Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Brelynn and today I'm going to be doing my drugstore foundation and how I highlight and contour using drugstore products. Yeah, something like that. We still got to figure out the title. But yeah, this is the final look.
Am I beaming? Am I glowing?
Yeah, so I used all drugstore products and I really like the look. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then keep watching. Okay, so when I start off, this is basically what I look like before I put my foundation on. I have nothing on my face. I just have done my eyebrows and my eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, all of that great stuff. I have a drugstore primer. I actually don't use primer at all. It's something that I do want to get into, but I just haven't yet so far. And my skin is normal to dry. It's really dry, but sometimes it's normal, especially when it's like summertime, it's normal, wintertime, it's kind of dry, stuff like that. So I'm just going to go right into foundation. Today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match. It's the super blendable makeup. I have a lot of different drugstore foundations. I actually don't have any high-end yet because I like to give the drugstore a chance. I am in the shade Cappuccino N8 and this is the one that I usually recommend to people because when it says that it's a true match, like it basically can match to different people's complexions, I agree with that. The last time I bought any of my foundations was in the summertime and this is the only one that really kind of matches me. So you'll see it's a little bit dark, but I make it work for me, and when I do other people's makeup, this is usually the one that I go towards. So I use a damp beauty blender. This is clean, but y'all know it's stained. I use the depth of it and I put it on the back of my beauty blender and just apply it to my face. I basically just apply it to the outsides of my face. I make sure I get around my mouth, this jaw area, and then like my forehead. I clean up the line around my eyebrows, and that's basically it. I really don't put too much underneath my eyes because, as you can see, it's already darker than my complexion, and under my eyes it's even lighter. So I make sure that I keep that light, and then I'll just put concealer there. And the same with my nose. I only try and put a little bit on my nose. Next, I will highlight. I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal, the HD Definition Concealer, and I use the shade Toffee. The triangle motion underneath my eye, gotta have that. Down the bridge of my nose, the other eye. That when I'm taking the concealer, I take it all the way out. This really helps bring the cheekbones forward. And then I'll take the side that I put my foundation on with, and then I'll just blend that in. And same with all around the edges. So I'll just blend it out and then even it in. And then I try and keep my nose. My nose is one of the main things that if I'm really highlighting and contouring, I focus on because I don't have a prominent bridge in my nose, which is really common in African American descent because, you know, it's like a flat nose, and I love my nose, but I also think that when I contour and highlight it, it looks really, really pretty. So you just have to know your face shape, and you can learn the different things that you should do for your face shape by watching people who have a similar one as you, or there's different sorry, I was focusing. There's different what am I trying to say? There's different pictures for face charts for different face shapes. So yeah, for mine I have kind of like a round, kind of a heart, more like a heart because my chin is kind of long. So I like to make my chin a little bit short and make sure my cheekbones are popping because that's what I like. Popping cheekbones. And then I always make sure to blend it around my eyes because you want it to look seamless. So you can already tell that I didn't even contour my nose yet, but the way that I put the highlight in the middle and make sure that I didn't spread it too far out on my nose, and I kept it dark on the outside, that it already looks a little bit more shapely. So that's like just the highlight and foundation. Pretty good so far. You could always stop here, but if I'm going super far, then that's when I'll start contouring. Now I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the color Dark Cocoa. Dark Cocoa? Cocoa? Probably Cocoa. Dark Cocoa. And this is just a little bit darker than me because I will set it with the powder, so I don't want it to be too dark. And I put it in the normal places. I don't put it on my nose because it'll be too dark. Nah, I won't put it on my nose. One place I will put it though is on the bottom of my chin. And that way when I blend it in, it looks like my chin stops before it does, as if there's like a shadow there when there isn't. And I'll do the same thing. I'll take the bottom of my beauty blender to blend this out. You want to make sure that this line is right underneath your cheekbone. And then of course I just put it around here because naturally your forehead is a couple shades darker. I want to make sure that I keep this part light, bring this part in dark, and then of course your jawline to make it prominent because I have no jaw. So next I'm going to go in further and highlight even more. Now this is just a little bit highlighting. This is when you really want your under eyes to be bright. So if this is like a special occasion or something. Now when I'm doing high end, I will use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer underneath my eyes regularly. And then when I want that extra boost, I use the Prep and Prime. And this is in the Prep and Prime Highlighter in Bright Forecast. So this is like you pull this up, you like tweet, tweet, tweet. It's kind of like tweet, tweet. It's kind of like this, how it comes up the top. And it's like a really light shade, but you only put it like just a little bit underneath in the high points. So I will do the same thing. Ooh. So instead of these two, these are my high end, I will use these two. So I already did this, and this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for the dark circles. Now it looks horrible. I didn't really, because it was okay when I got it. It was too light, and then once I found out how to use it, it's been bomb. So I just twist it up a little bit, and I'll just put a little bit like underneath my eyes in a baby triangle, right where it would be the darkest. And I don't have extremely bad like bags or dark circles, but it makes it look pretty. And I also do the tip of my nose because I like to see my little ball of my nose, and I put it like maybe here, maybe on my chin. My forehead is on the smaller size, so I don't usually like to highlight it. I don't think it's pretty for your highlight on your nose. I mean, I don't think it's pretty for your forehead to be popping. I don't think that looks good. So yeah, same thing, beauty blender, blend it out. I'll be on one part and then I'll get bored and I'll go to another part of my face, and I'll get bored to go to another part, and that's fine. Just remember to go back. Just remember to go back, because sometimes I forget, and then I'll look at something and I'll be like, I did not finish blending out my forehead. That happens way too often. So next I will set my under eyes using the Banana Powder by Brelynn and I. I use this drugstore or highlight. I really haven't tried any other banana powders or really like loose setting powders like this, but this is the one that I have and I like this one, so I may get other ones just to try it out, but it's not necessary for me. So I put this in the same place that I put everywhere where I highlight. I usually do bake. If I don't use my beauty blender, I will use this brush. It is extremely dirty, please excuse it. It's from BH Cosmetics and it's just flat like this, so I just dip it in my little pot here. Also with this powder, I get places that usually get oily. I'm not an oily person, but you know when you're out throughout the day, you will get oily. For me, it's definitely around my nose. So I set that like crazy. And then of course down the bridge of my nose. My forehead will get a little bit. And then I also get above my eyebrows. I feel like those kind of get a little shiny in pictures and videos and stuff. And my chin, maybe a little bit around my mouth. Yeah. I just dust a little bit here, not too much though. But that's that. To contour my face, I usually use Blunt by MAC, and that is very cool, so I can use that on my cheekbones and on my nose. But for drugstore, what I would recommend getting is the Coastal Scents. This is actually their eyebrow palette. You guys know that I use this every day in my makeup routine. And what I do is I'll take this shade right here, and I will use this in my cheekbones, and then I will take a mixture of these two shades up top, which are more cool, and I'll use my nose, because the worst thing is for your nose to look dark, you know? Swirl it in here, and I get those cheekbones popping. Now this one is darker than Blunt, so not only do I have to use a light hand, but I have to make sure that I really blend afterwards. I will do is that I will take a powder. I will use I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me powder in 355 coconut. I cannot talk today, you guys. I don't know what's up. This is another brush by BH Cosmetics. Let's get it together, Brelynn. And I will just swirl this and then dust everything away. So I dust the eyeshadow and I blend the contour everywhere. Under my eyes, contour, highlight, everything. Everything has to be blended. And to contour my nose, I make sure I don't make it too skinny, but you can kind of see the line where I want to say my bridge would be. And this is an eyeshadow brush that I'm using. And then I pull it into my eyes like this, that way it's seamless. And the last thing that I do is, depending on your nose shape, but like I said, I like to see my ball pop in. So I will make this little bridge here, and I'll basically create a circle. And then you guys saw before that I highlighted here. So this will just make it look, from a far distance, you'll really be able to see the ball of my nose, which is my favorite part. And then I'll go back with the powder. I already put my brush away. And I'll highlight again. And then I still take my big brush and I blend it away. Make sure you blend your nose contour. Also very important, because you want it to look natural, not noticeable. Well, it won't be natural, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Hardly, rarely, I really never do blush. I feel like that's when it really looks like you have a lot of makeup on. But if you did want to do blush, I'll do it today. I'm going to use the blush palette by e.l.f. and this is the one with 4 shades. I believe this is in the color dark. So I'm just going to mix these bottom 2 shades because they're kind of dark, and it'll give me that nice warm flush look. If you're having problems applying blush, just put it right above your contour and blend back. And at the end of the day, just blend it away. Ooh, that was good, right? Yeah, that's basically it. And then I also put a little bit on my forehead and my chin because you want it to look like your whole face is flushed. Lastly, the best part is highlighting. Unfortunately, there aren't very many highlight shades at the drugstore, especially not for dark skin. So what I would suggest doing is using an eyeshadow. So today I'm going to be using this duo. It's by Black Radiance. It's called Sunrise/Sunset. So I think I'm going to be taking this gold shade here and just watch and learn how this works, okay? Okay, and I just finished this look off with some lipstick and I'm done. This is Stone by MAC. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down below. And if you want more videos like this, give it a thumbs up. Welcome to Makeup Mondays, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Hello world, welcome to the world of diamonds and pearls, where the girls wear they curls up. No time to be scared of the curves when you swerve. It's serving the beat fiends is my undying service. Reading these verses as y'all stand like in service. I'd be nervous if I surfaced, been submerged under these waves for ages. Boy, these pages ancient, I'ma get you what you